What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show. Right, we talked about the defense. Let's transition to the offensive side of the ball because the Eagles had many opportunities to put points on the board in this game, and they clearly failed to do so. And they were moving the ball very well. That was the most frustrating part about this game. The Eagles were clearly the best team on the field on both sides of the ball. They were moving the ball on offense, and they were preventing the Saints from putting points on the board and moving the ball themselves. And the scoreboard just didn't indicate that. The Eagles put up 460 yards of total offense. 460 yards of total offense. Jalen Hurts threw for 311 passing yards. Saquon Barkley had over 150 yards from scrimmage with 2 rushing touchdowns. And he had a 2-point conversion. And Dallas Goedert erupted for 10 catches, putting up 170 yards, averaging 17 yards of reception. He ended the game with a huge 60-plus yard reception to set up the Saquon Barkley game-winning touchdown. So, at face value, you would say the Eagles dominated this game. But the turnovers in the red zone, the penalties, the ill-advised coaching decisions by Nick Sirianni kept points off the board. Quite frankly, Jalen Hurts, he cannot keep hurting his team like this. He can't. He has to be more in control of the football. And from this point forward, Jalen Hurts, and some of you guys may not like this, but it's the reality. From this day forward, Jalen Hurts, by Chalking Up Sports decree, has been deemed and labeled a turnover machine. Jalen Hurts is officially a turnover machine until further notice. Until he strings together about 3 or 4 games in a row with no turnovers, I can't take that label off of him right now. I can't. In order for Jalen Hurts to get that label off of him, he has to string together about 3 or 4 games, no turnovers. That's me. That's my opinion. I'm not trying to convince nobody. And I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. If y'all watch this show, y'all know I give it up for Jalen Hurts. But I also got to acknowledge the reality. I gotta put the medicine in the candy. Y'all. I'm sorry. I understand Devontae could have ran a better route. I understand that. Devontae should have ran a better route. That route concept was really your A.J. Brown route. That was really an A.J. Brown route. And look, I'll be honest about this. I always say, man, they need to give other receivers the A.J. Brown route tree, right, to expand his offense. And that dispelled that right away, immediately yesterday. Some players can't run the same routes because of the physical prowess that's needed for certain route concepts. That route that Devontae Smith ran was an A.J. Brown route. Devontae is too skinny to seal off Tyrann Mathieu. A.J. Brown is the perfect receiver for that ball. So I understand what Jalen Hurts was trying to do, right? It wasn't like a dumb interception. And again, it wasn't like Jalen Hurts threw a dumb interception. It wasn't a dumb interception. It wasn't a dumb throw. It wasn't a dumb throw. I knew what he was trying to do, but it was risky. He was trying to fit the ball between three Saint defenders. Devontae Smith was right there. If Devontae Smith flattens that route out a little bit better, at worst, it's an incompletion. But Devontae rounded off the route, making it easy for Tyrann Mathieu to undercut him and pick the ball off. So again, I'm not saying it was an ill-advised decision. I'm saying the turnovers got to stop. Period. Now, 26 turnovers in the last 20 games. What do you guys call that? What do you call that? 26 turnovers in 20 games. 6 turnovers in 3 games. Jalen Hurts leads the league in turnovers. 6 turnovers in 3 games. We got to talk about it. We have to talk about it. Now that we brought it up, nonetheless, despite all that I mentioned, right? The turnovers by Jalen Hurts, right? Despite all of that, Hurts was fantastic on third down. He was fantastic in third and long situations. Jalen Hurts was extremely accurate against the Saints yesterday. Some of you guys might say, hold on, wait, Tone. That's some cognitive dissonance. That's inconsistent. How can you acknowledge the interception but say he was accurate? That doesn't make sense. Well, in my humble opinion, interceptions aren't a clear indicator for being inaccurate, if you ask me. And this is when we get into the weeds. This is when we start to discuss the game more nuanced. Interceptions are not a clear indicator for a quarterback to be inaccurate. Follow me here. Interceptions are not a clear indicator of someone being inaccurate. If a quarterback throws 30 passes in a game and he completes 28 of them and throws 1 interception, was he inaccurate that day? I'm asking y'all now. If a quarterback, any quarterback, take Jalen Hurts' name off of it. If any quarterback throws if a quarterback throws 30 passes and he connects with 27 of them and he throws 1 interception, was he inaccurate or accurate? Because in my humble opinion, that quarterback is accurate. He just had 1 ill-advised throw, or he just made 1 bad decision. So I say that to say, although Jalen Hurts has turned the ball over, although Jalen Hurts did turn the ball over in that game, twice actually. One was a fumble, which is inexcusable. Jalen Hurts has been insanely accurate. In week 1, Jalen Hurts only completed 59% of his passes. But in back-to-back weeks, week 2, week 3, Jalen Hurts has completed 76% of his passes. In week 2, he completed 76.7% of his passes. In week 3, he completed 76.3% of his passes. Jalen Hurts has been accurate, but he has not made the cleanest decisions. I know that concept may be a little bit too much for you Jalen Hurts haters to comprehend. Is he a turnover machine? As of right now, yes, he is. The only way he gets that off his docket, the only way he gets that off his jacket is if he can string together 3 or 4 games in a row without turning the ball over. Simple as that. Can you give me 3 games in a row, no turnovers? Simple as that. I can't defend 6 turnovers in 3 weeks. The same way how Patrick Mahomes can't defend. He can't defend, what is it? Patrick Mahomes can't defend 5 turnovers or 4 turnovers in 3 weeks, 4 interceptions. Simple as that. So this is the reality, right? Mahomes, as much as we love him, Mahomes, 5 turnovers in 3 weeks. Jalen Hurts, 6 turnovers in 3 weeks. So all I'm trying to say is, and also hear me out on this, right? Patrick Mahomes completed 71% of his passes in week 1. He completed 72% of his passes in week 3. And in week 2. And he completed 66% of his passes in week 3. Patrick Mahomes has been accurate, but has he had some bad decisions or some bad balls sprinkled in there? Absolutely. But Patrick Mahomes is completing 69% of his passes on the season. Jalen Hurts is completing 70% of his throws on the season. They're accurate quarterbacks, but they have some bad decisions mixed into there. So although Jalen Hurts has become a turnover machine as of late, he has been very accurate as well. So you see how we can acknowledge the reality? You see how we can acknowledge our optimism with the reality? You see how we can acknowledge the facts while ignoring the fodder? It's very easy to discuss football factually if you don't have an agenda. Follow me here, y'all. It's very easy to talk about football fairly if you don't have an agenda. But the problem is, you have a lot of people in this game. You have a lot of people in this industry who do have an agenda. You have a lot of people in this industry that are getting paid by certain folks to have certain opinions. You have certain people in this industry who are literally getting paid to feel how they feel. That's the game we in. You know what they called that back in the day? Payola. Payola. Hey, listen, DJ, I got 10 bands for you. Spin this record 10 times. Oh, yeah? You got 10 bands for me? Spin this record 10 times today? Easy money. Hey, insert name of the sportscaster. Hey, listen, I need you to keep this narrative up. We got a bonus for you. Hey, listen, we just re-upped your contract. I need you to keep this narrative pushing. Hey, brother, you're going against script. You're not reading off the teleprompter. We didn't talk about this. We didn't talk about this in a production meeting. God forbid one of those commentators, one of those analysts deviate from the script. Ooh, spooky. Spooky. So again, although Jalen Hurts has been pissing me the hell off with these turnovers, I can still acknowledge how accurate he's been. Once again, he went 29 for 38, completing 76% of his passes. He went for over 300 passing yards. Despite the turbulence, despite the setbacks, he stayed the course. He stayed the course. He kept battling. And he showed how valuable it is in this league to have a short-term memory. This is why it's so important in this NFL to have a short-term memory. Because if you don't, If you allow the interceptions, if you allow the fumbles to follow you mentally and emotionally, you won't win football games. And Jalen Hurts, what amazed me the most is that when he knew he had a chance to win this game, he took it. You see, last week, Jalen Hurts had a chance to win the game, and he didn't come through for his guys. Ended the game throwing an INT to Jesse Bates. When he got the same opportunity this week, he knew he couldn't drop the ball. He knew he couldn't make the same mistake twice. He delivered. And he did it without A.J. Brown for the whole game. He lost Lane Johnson and Mekhi Becton before halftime. He lost Devontae Smith at the beginning of the fourth quarter on a cheap shot. This was a huge moment for Jalen Hurts. And this should lead to better performances going forward. This should lead to that. This should lead to better performance going forward. Proving not only to your team, not only to the city, but proving to yourself that you can win football games when you lose 4 starters on the offensive side of the ball. You lose your top 2 targets in the pass game. You lose the entire right side of your offensive line. You're having to deal with poor coaching decisions, coaching malpractice from your head coach. You overcome the turnovers. You got to give credit where credit is due. It was a huge moment for Jalen Hurts, huge moment. And again, the Eagles had no problem moving that ball. Over 400 yards of total offense, over 300 yards passing, over 140 yards rushing, over 170 receiving yards from your tight end, 2 touchdowns from your running back. For 3 straight weeks, the Eagles have not had a problem moving the ball. But they got to protect the ball. And they got to finish in the red zone. And I'm going to get to your comments, you guys. I'm going to get to your super chats. I didn't forget about you guys. Trust me, I'm going to get to them. 3 straight weeks, you can move the ball. You got to finish in the red zone. You got to take the points, Nick. You got to take the points, Nick. But on another note, how about Tyler Steen? How about Tyler Steen? How about Fred Johnson? Big Fred. Big Fred. They were awesome, man. Got to give credit where credit is due to those guys, man. You know, the Eagles don't have the greatest track record without Lane Johnson. They don't. They don't have the greatest track record without him. But then you take out Mekhi Becton as well. Hurts showed me something. That offensive line showed me something. All offseason, as a matter of fact, prior to the season starting, right? Some of y'all was saying, not all of y'all, but some of y'all, even people in mainstream media, they were saying, oh, I don't know about that Eagles offensive line depth. I don't know, man. That Eagles offensive line depth is a problem. We need more bodies. We need better guys. What happens if Lane goes down? What happens if Mekhi Becton goes down? What happens if this guy goes down? Insert Fred Johnson. Big Fred. Insert Tyler Steen. Big Ty. And you get what you got. I've always been high on Fred Johnson. That's why the Eagles got him. And I've always been high on Tyler Steen. Now, have I criticized Tyler Steen for his lack of discipline and getting penalties? Sure. But that comes with getting reps. He's a young player. He's never been able to play consistently. He's only come in for injured guys. But from a talent perspective, you love him. He can play right tackle and right guard. He's valuable. Tyler Steen has been a valuable piece for the Philadelphia Eagles. Fred Johnson's been a valuable piece for the Philadelphia Eagles. Tyler Steen and Fred earned some money after that game. Facts. Plus, Cam Jurgens had a significantly cleaner game than his previous 2 games. Cam Jurgens was phenomenal. You see, in week 1, he had trouble snapping the ball. In week 2, he had trouble in the RPO game. This week, he was clean. Stoutland University. Stoutland University. We're taking applications, but everybody can't get in. We are a private institution. We do not rely on the state. Stoutland University is a private institution. You must pay your dues. You must pay your own room and board. You must pay for your own meal plan. If you want to make it at Stoutland University, you will have to sacrifice. You will have to give me everything: blood, sweat, tears, mind, body, and soul. Stoutland University is not for the faint of heart. Stoutland University is not for the weak. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Big Fred, Big Ty, Big Kim. Come on, man. You got to love it. You got to love it. What's good, sports fans? Are you ready to elevate your live entertainment experience? Well, let me introduce you to SeatGeek, an amazing platform that connects you to your favorite events while saving you money. With SeatGeek, you can easily find tickets for sports games, concerts, and so much more, all in one place. The interface is user-friendly, making it simple to browse and compare prices. And one of the best features is the interactive seating chart. You can see exactly where you'll be sitting and how much you'll be spending, ensuring you get the best value for your money. But here's the best part. Check this out. By using my promo code, ChalkItUpSports, you can enjoy a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. That's right, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Imagine catching that thrilling game or concert without breaking the bank. It's a win-win situation. Plus, you'll be a part of a community of fans who eat, sleep, and breathe live events just as much as you do. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to download the SeatGeek app today. And don't forget to use my promo code ChalkItUpSports for a one-time $20 discount on your first SeatGeek order. Get excited. Now let's get back to the show.